I saw some nanas earlier on. I can't see, where are the nanas? I can't see any nanas. As you all know, the nanas are the most genteel people in the world. They're really delicate and genteel, so I'm not going to ask you to make a shout or a roar for the nanas. I'm going to ask you to show your appreciation for the nanas with a nice, genteel round of applause, please. That's going to use up all my 8 minutes if I don't interrupt it. I love the nanas, and I'm going to tell you why, and the reason is actually quite personal. My mum is very ill. She's in the last few months of her life, and I'm caring for her most of the time. I've just driven down the A19 from Newcastle where she is. And when you're caring for your mum in the last few months of their life, you get to know them better than you've ever known your mum before. And you get to know what you owe your mum better than you've ever known it before. And you actually get to love your mum more than you've ever loved your mum before. And do you know what the nanas are saying to us all? The nanas are saying, we are your mum. We are your mum and your mum's mum. And we're going to carry that weight on our shoulders for as long as this struggle goes on, and we're going to care for each other and we're going to care for you. And I love my mum now more than I ever have, and that's why I love the nanas. And there's another reason too. There's a particular nana who's here today in front of, I can see her with the Mrs. Mop towel around her head. Her name is Tina. Say hi to Tina. I don't want a round of applause for Tina. I want you to make a noise for Tina now, a big noise, a noise they can hear in Blackpool. And I'll tell you why. Because a couple of years ago, Tina, with some of her friends who are here today, decided to spend a few days in a field near Blackpool. And they were peaceful in the field. And they were tidy in the field. And they were exercising the ancient British right of peaceful protest in the field where Quadrilla wanted to drill a well for fracking. And in any drama, you always know who the baddies are. The baddies are the people who try and break the butterfly on a wheel. And right now, Quadrilla and their friends are trying to break Tina on the wheel of the majesty of our law. And Tina, what do we think of that? What do we think of Quadrilla and their friends? Tina knows, and you all know, that we have nothing more precious in our country than our law. And there's nothing more contemptible that can happen in our country than when people who have too much money and too much power try to manipulate the law to oppress other people.
Yes!
And Tina has said, I'm not standing for that.
Yes!
Tina didn't have to put her name down in the original action against the people in that field. Tina didn't have to refuse to answer when they asked her about her finances. Tina is standing firm. She is not recognizing the manipulation of the law by people who are trying to break the butterfly on the wheel. So let's hear it again for Tina. Tina, I'm going to really embarrass you now, Tina. Tina is our Boadicea. Tina is our Joan of Arc. Tina doesn't have the body of a weak and feeble woman, but she certainly has the heart and the stomach of a King of England, like good Queen Bess. But this time, the foe is not the Spanish Armada. This time, the foe is the enemy within, who have too much money and too much power, and they want to break all our butterflies on their wheels by forcing fracking down the throats of communities that do not want to have to be living among fracking. This is the crucial moment in that struggle. We've had some great victories over the last couple of years. There are now more than 400 groups up and down the country fighting fracking. Lancashire County Council said no to quadrilla, thanks to Tina and the Lancashire Nanas and so many other people in Lancashire.
Bravo!
Scotland's got a moratorium on fracking, and I can tell you that moratorium is going to turn into an outright ban. And although the 11 men, not a mother among them, no, the 11 men of Lancashire County, of North Yorkshire County Council Planning Committee, although they voted marginally in favour of fracking at Kirby Misperton, that isn't going to happen. That will be a victory too. But the wolves are circling around us. You can see the saliva dripping from their chops. They have names like Jim Ratcliffe, JR. It's no coincidence. Jim Ratcliffe of INEOS. Jim Ratcliffe wants to be the biggest fracker in our country. He says he's going to be drilling by the end of this year and producing gas within 18 months. Jim Ratcliffe says he's going to do that because it's good for our country and he loves our country. Do you know how much he loves our country? He loves it so much that 5 years ago he went off to be a tax exile in Switzerland. That's how much he loves our country. These people have no shame at all. I think I've lost my voice from all the shouting. But there's one drama, and it's the human drama, and it's been happening again and again and again since our distant ancestors started settling down and growing crops and having kings and priests and armies and accumulations of wealth and power. And it's the struggle between love and money. And the people who want to frack all over Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, North Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, East Yorkshire, Lancashire, Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire, in the Surrey Weald and up and down our country, they have made a choice. And they are not on the side of love and compassion. They're on the side of power and money. We're on the side of love and compassion. And I can tell you in history every now and again, power and money wins the odd battle. But love and compassion always win the war. And we will win this war. Fracking, Yorkshire, never, never, never. Fracking, Yorkshire, never, never, never. Fracking, Lancashire.